And so joining us now with more on Israel's role in the artificial intelligence revolution is tech journalist at CTech by Kalkalist, James Spiro. James, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So Sam Altman is in Israel speaking about the development, but also about the dangers of AI, artificial intelligence. What are the dangers that he's warning about?
So one of the interesting things about Sam Altman is that he is a self-confessed doomsday prepper. So he's the kind of guy in Silicon Valley that has guns and gold and other survival things stashed away for what he calls risks of extinctions. So he has said that the AI that's currently being produced now at record pace is as dangerous as nuclear weapons or pandemics could be. So what does that look like? It could be traditional machines taking over, like in the Terminator, the kind of things we've seen from sci-fi movies that we're familiar with. But it's also a bit more frightening than that, because AI's own goal is to be indistinguishable from humans and to make decisions on its own. So if we start getting corrupted AI that can make financial decisions for us, or it can dictate our health lifestyle, it can give us news, it can sway elections, the dangers that AI has, or the dangers that they have are we don't even know the dangers that could come of it. And it's quite frightening to think that it's not just a Terminator type fear, but it's really algorithmic.
So it certainly sounds very ominous. And, Altman seems to believe that Israel has the technologies and the trained manpower to be a leader in AI and also in the field of safety for AI. Why is that? Is that because of Israel's, spyware successes?
Yeah, so Altman said he saw huge potential for Israel in helping reduce some of the risks that I just outlined and above. And Israel has a lot to be proud about with its position in AI. It's one of the leading countries in the world. It has, as you said, its spyware successes, but it's also its cybersecurity. A lot of its companies are based in cybersecurity and fintech, and a lot of the industries that favor the use of AI, as well as the founders that come from army units that work on these technologies. So from a very young age, Israel has this environment and ecosystem that really fosters this way of thinking. And it's a testament to the people's resilience and their innovative thinking that leads it to where it is today. And it's really, I imagine it's really proud. It's a really proud moment for someone like Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to have Sam Altman and Elon Musk kind of cite Israel as the place to look at.
So you mentioned Elon Musk. So the Prime Minister spoke both to Altman by phone and to Elon Musk. And he promised that Israel will jump right in, but there's a lot involved, is there not? I mean, he spoke of a nationwide strategy. What could that look like?
Yeah, so the Prime Minister outlined that he wanted to formulate a national policy regarding civil and security uses of AI. Now, what's interesting is that every country, or every region has a different priority for it. So in Israel, BD has said that he wants to do civil and security uses. America, they want to focus on innovation, America, Canada, and the UK. The European Union wants to focus on more things like privacy and protection. And China wants to focus more on things like surveillance. So there are loads of different areas in the world where different countries and different regions have different priorities. So I think it's absolutely appropriate and necessary for Israel to be jumping on that bandwagon. And then when it comes down to the kind of what kind of values you want to put in that policy, comes down to the culture that the country belongs to. Israel, it just published a 115-page draft AI policy in October. It's currently under review, so we'll get to know more about the things that are in there in the next coming months.
Interesting. And now, if we're looking ahead, let's say about a decade from now, how do you think AI will have impacted Israeli society and the world at large?
I don't know how to predict 10 years from now, because I don't know how to predict 1 year from now. I think that a year ago, the idea of ChatGPT and what it could be done on a daily basis for almost 1 billion people, by the way, as of March this year, I think it's 900 million people use it every month. So it's the pace in which we've gone in the last year alone is frightening and exciting. So I couldn't predict 10 years from now, just in that, 20 years ago, we couldn't predict that this is where we are today. I would say that where Israel will be in 10 years relies on the leaders we elect to make these decisions for us, the lawyers that review these kinds of frameworks, and the technologists like Altman and Musk and many more to kind of steer the direction of humanity.
Well, it'll certainly be an interesting future, to say the least. James Spiro, thank you so much for your analysis today.
Thank you.